Now, you were telling us that you were arrested by the secret police of the Egyptian government for simply questioning some of the principles of Islam. What happened to you after that arrest?
They put me in the little cell in the headquarters of Egyptian Secret Service in the middle or the center of Cairo. They put me for 3 days with no food, with no water, and in the 4th day they start to interrogate me. They took me to one of the offices, maybe it's in the 6th or the 7th floors, and interrogating me during a day. And that 4th day they start giving me food and water, and because they want to stimulate me and just want to get information as they can. And they find out during the day they cannot just get what they're looking for. And they start interrogating me during the evening time. So the evening time, it was the time of torture. With cigarette, they burned me with cigarette in different places in my body. And you can see here in my hand. They beat me. They put me in cold water. They put me in a little in a tank full, you see, filled with water, and they put hungry rats inside that tank, and they put me inside the tank.
So you had rats
for
crawling over you all night?
Whole night, and the rats just swimming over the water, you see, around my head. And
did the rats bite you?
No, no, at all.
This is like Daniel in the lion's den.
And the next day they took me out, and I was just surprised that I'm still alive, but I don't know what is the next. So, and after that they put me in a little cell with a vicious, hungry dog. And when they put me in a room and they closed the door, and I sit in the middle of the room, and I was thinking that I'm going to be beaten by the dog. Dog, it will eat me, it will. So, but I was surprised when I found the dog. He just came and sitting in my right hand side.
In fact, he licked you on the ear, didn't he?
And he licked me in my ears. And
they must have thought that you were Satan or something to have such power.
They said that. They said that this is a human being or something else. They wasn't really. They believe that there is some spirit or some.
So at that point,
Yeah.
Didn't they decide to just turn you over to some guys in a cell and tell them that you had renounced Islam and let them kill you?
Yeah. So this is the understanding that I've been questioned by professors at the university. I've been fired by the university. To them, means this guy, he's just out of Islam now. He's convert now.
In fact, they wanted to find out what missionary had converted you, didn't they?
Exactly.
And you hadn't been converted.
Exactly. No, I have no idea about Christianity in that time.
Yes.
About Christ. I never even discussed Christianity. But automatically in Egypt, when someone decides to leave Islam,
yes,
they will accuse him automatically that he became under pressure from church or some Christian and he converted to Christianity.
Well, how in the world did you get out of that situation without losing your life?
I was crying before the God who was created me in that time. I wasn't know who is.
Yes.
After 15 days, my uncle, he was working as the vice president of Egyptian parliament. He was visiting Russia at that time. When he came back and he heard about my kidnapping, and so he came with permission from the government, and he came with his car and he took me out of the prison.
So you got out of prison due to the political influence of a relative who had been out of the country.
Absolutely.
And then when you went home, I understand your father tried to kill you.
My father, he tried to kill me later, after 1 year searching for God, find out who is God, you see, till I received a Bible from a Christian pharmacy. So when I start reading the Bible, I start to find the truth about Christ. After I give my life to the Lord, I lived 1 year, whole year as a secret believer.
So
when my father heard about my conversion, he shot me with his own gun. He tried to kill me.
So you were given a Bible by a Christian pharmacist, and that brought you to the Lord.
Yes.
And when that happened, your father decided to kill you for the honor of the family, I guess.
Because, yeah, he just felt there is a shame going to be over him and all the life, or the family. even the community. The
And
people,
so he shot at you several times and all the bullets missed.
no one bullet missed me, about maybe 5, 6
I
bullets.
understand that your sister finally got your passport, got you out of the country, and where did you go?
When my father, he just shot me and tried to kill me, I was running away
Yes.
from his faith, and I went to my sister, and in my sister's house, I put the whole situation in front of the Lord, and the Lord showed me to get out of Egypt in the same evening, same day. My sister helped me. She brought my stuff.
And where did you go to when you fled?
I fled to South Africa by the
South
road,
Africa.
traveling from Cairo to South Africa for 3 months over the road. And I was the first Egyptian who did overland journey between Cairo and Johannesburg the trip take almost 3 months.
Okay, and so then you get to South Africa, and did you meet some Christians there?
Yes, in South Africa I met with many Christians, and many churches, they start to hear about my story, because the public media in South Africa, they wrote articles and published articles about my story. And my
Is it true that assassins were sent to South Africa to kill you?
Absolutely. In South Africa, especially after I wrote my first book in South Africa, and my activity became very well known, and Muslim community, they felt they threatened by my activity there, and by this book was released there in Johannesburg in 1996, and they tried to end my life there
So
few times.
this religion of peace, just because you question Islam, this religion of peace kidnaps you, tortures you, tries to kill you, and even sends assassins to kill you in South Africa.
Yeah.
That's some religion of peace, isn't it?
Yeah, this is how the world really been deceived by the media, by the world media, the secular media, by Islam. It's not religion of peace.
Well, Mark, we're going to pause again here, folks, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
Are you receiving the Lamplighter magazine? If not, then give us a call and request your free subscription today. Every other month, you can look forward to relevant, biblical, and captivating articles. All you need to do is call us at 1-800-705-8316 during our regular business hours, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time, or email us at lamblion.com and let us know that you would like to start receiving the Lamplighter. And if you contact us this week, we'll make sure that you get a copy of this Lamplighter devoted to the truth about Islam.
Okay, folks, let's just take a moment to summarize. Mark was a professor of Islamic history at Al-Azhar University in Cairo, and he was also serving as a Muslim imam, the equivalent of a pastor of a mosque, when he would openly question some things about Islam. He was immediately arrested. He was tortured for several weeks. And when he was finally released and went home, his own father tried to kill him. You were finally able to escape to South Africa, Mark.
Yes.
And tell us, when you arrived in South Africa, you said you met some Christian friends. In fact, I think you lived with a Christian family for a while.
Yes.
But let's just back up for a moment, because I know you became a Christian before you left Egypt.
Egypt, yes.
What appealed to you about Christianity?
Before I met with Christ, I lived for 34 years under Islam, believing in Islam, serving Islam, learning about Islam, teaching about Islam. And I lived another year without faith after I find myself